Hey guys, and welcome back to Crash Mind Over Mutant. I think it's finally time we see exactly what was in that special delivery, shall we?
Mail call!
Yeah, gimme! Oh my god! Somebody sent us envies!
Oh.
This is ultra cool. I'm sending Crunch a text message.
I just got a text message from Coco. I'm gonna reply. I guess it doesn't like you, Crash? I'll be honest, guys. I don't see what the big deal is.
Now I'm receiving 400 text messages a minute from ordained clergy.
I forgot what I was going to say! Wait! I got it! Kill the bandicoots with violence and new holes!
Come on, everyone. We've got company.
Can't talk? Watching monkeys. Look at the monkey. Oh, right in his own mouth.
Looks like it's just you and me, Crash.
Get the posse. Cookie bag.
Alright, it's time for some more violence. Thankfully, it's just more of these little guys. So, yeah. It's clearly not at all an evil plan. That engine just suddenly showed up. Something tells me that things aren't quite what they appear to be. Is that what we saw in that previous cutscene?
Engine got away. We've got to find him, Crash.
What we saw in that previous cutscene didn't look suspicious at all. So let's go after him. Let's go after Engine, which for the longest time I thought was actually Engin. I didn't realise it was a play on words. I also want to say he's the only one that we don't actually know the first name of. We know it's Neo Cortex, we know it's Nefarious Tropy, we know Nitrous Brio. Yeah, I don't think we ever learn what Engine's N stands for. I want to say that Engine is supposed to be a parody of something, but I can't exactly... I don't know who it is. Like, the voice sounds familiar. Like, the way he speaks... I just can't think who it is. Alright. But now we've got our green shorts. It's time that we head back out into some more action. Let's see what's on... Last time we went north. Let's see what happens when we go west. Presumably. I don't know exactly what direction we might actually be going in. I'm sure those two will be fine. Absolutely nothing bad is going to happen if we just leave them there. So let's get past this bridge and see what awaits us on the other side of this mysterious rock. It's a massive tree. But there's more. Loading. What are we loading? Aku Aku, what are you doing? Oh! Aku Aku! You traitor! He's been a bad guy this entire time. No, so for some reason Aku Aku now suddenly starts... he suddenly starts summoning titans so that we can practice some of our additional combat to help take out the titans. He has the power to magically create... What was I looking at anyway? I want to say hologram, but it was solid. But then again, I'm sure there have been plenty of things that have showed solid holograms. This guy ruined my combo because I couldn't see him. Yeah, you deserve every single one of those hits. And one for the other 65 hit combo that I lost, or whatever it was. Attack the dandelions! Let their hay fever become worse. It's a good thing Crash doesn't suffer from hay fever. And it's a good thing these aren't real, or I would be going... Or I would be incredibly irritated. It's Tropical Island with giant fans. Look at that rock! I never noticed that while playing, I just noticed that now. Look at that rock! That goofy looking rock. That just seems like more like bullying to me. Just keep smacking him in the face. Sadly, the bullet ricochet sound effect is gone. Just barely made that jump. In fact, they're all funny shaped rocks. So they've all got faces. I want to see what the rest of this thing looks like. It's got massive teeth. He's really grinding those gears. Do you mind? Not only does it look like you're farting with those sound effects going on as well, but do you have to keep summoning these guys? So yeah, this one's just to teach you about this little avoiding maneuver. You can't attack the thing. You have to just keep waiting for you to avoid it and avoid and attack it.
Is your greatest asset when fighting big things like that.
Well, Akiraki was also doing my job for me, which no,
I
I will talk over this.
And take him out.
So your strong attacks are done with the Z button, but also first of all you're avoiding and everything. I don't know. The problem is most of the time when you come across a Titan, you're probably riding on another Titan, and you sort of lose all of these abilities afterwards. The abilities are all gone once you start riding it. So in the end, these aren't actually super helpful. They can be, but not very often. Like, they can be if you die. Other than that, I don't find these avoiding things that useful. Speaking of Titans, it's our first Titan, and he does not look happy. See, he suffered from hay fever too. And he has the power to freeze rivers with it. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Ratcicle. I'll be honest, I don't remember the names of most of these Titans. It's just because this guy's name appeared while I was recording, like, appeared in text, I was able to remember what this thing was called. Forget the Ratcicle. The plants are the ultimate enemies. And I immediately forget about my training that I've just done in favour of just punching him in the face. Now it is time to jack the enemies. I don't know if I like that turn. Feels a bit too personal. Oh, it's transparent. I didn't notice that. Okay, riding the Ratcicle. You can only really do this 2-hit combo by pressing the B button. And if you hit the Z button, you can do this ground slam, this ground pound thing. And if you charge it up, you can do a slightly more powerful. The only problem is they're not really that useful during combat because the attacks are so slow, charged or not charged.
You can freeze sparkling water with this type.
Now here's the thing about the purple meter. The purple fruit, of course, fills up the purple meter. One slight issue. I don't remember what that meter does, because at no point do I ever use it up within this entire recording section. This entire recording section is about an hour and a half long. It's covering about 3 parts, I think. I haven't properly broken it up. This is only part 2. We're not going to be seeing at all what that additional thing does.
Congratulations, you've earned your first upgrade.
Yeah, we've upgraded his sneeze. We've made his hay fever even worse.
The mojo you collect will count towards upgrading the mutant you are jacked on at the time. If you're not jacked, then it counts towards upgrading your own abilities.
Thank you. So yes, anytime I'm riding a Titan now, it's going to upgrade the Titan rather than Crash, which is kind of annoying if I want to level up Crash instead. I mean, Crash still has its uses. To most enemies, certainly not to all of them. Good thing about the Ratcicle though, it takes out the small enemies in 1 hit. Actually, the Ratcicle is one of the most useful Titans in the game. They did add a few additional abilities to the Titans in this game. To be honest, I haven't... The last time I played Crash of the Titans was also just before the last time I played this game, which was back in 2016. So I don't remember a single thing about the Ratcicle in that game.
You can use your sneeze attack to easily.
But I believe that in addition to the number of enemies being given redesigns, I think a lot more of them were given the ability to jump. I can't remember if the Ratcicle was one of them, but certainly enemies that couldn't jump in the last game can jump now. But yeah, a lot of the Titans are given redesigns. So Ratcicle is just a slightly brighter colour, but other than that, some of them were given major redesigns because a lot of the enemies, a lot of the Titans in Crash of the Titans, they reuse the models a lot. So there's like this one enemy, I think it was called the Snipe. In addition to the fact that it sounded like a hyena, it had this cool design, but then they brought in this other version of it. I think it was called the Stench, and it was exactly the same model. They just slightly altered like some of the aura that's around it, or changed its color. And then we got this electrical version that I don't remember the name of, and that was the same thing again. Like, okay, get it. They're all supposed to be range attack enemies, but couldn't we at least give them separate designs, which thankfully they do here. Like the Stenches are now like these birds in hazmat suits. Whereas the Snipe, I think, still sticks to its original design. And I think there was one or two other Titans that have a similar situation. I can't remember what those Titans were. So when you're using the Ratcicle, you can freeze certain water surfaces. It's selective, and that makes no sense. Like, I can't freeze that. If you ever come across a geyser, be it a horizontal one like that without just smacking into it, be it a horizontal geyser or a vertical one like we saw earlier, you can use the sneeze attack to freeze the water. Enemies sadly do respawn if you die, which is a big problem in one of the end game areas, as I found on my first playthrough. Face sums it all up on that rock.
Now watch that health bar grow. A little bit anyway.
I don't see anything. That health bar isn't changing. I just about made that. Amazingly, I didn't make that though. The Ratcicle can actually grab a hold of ledges somehow. Now the enemies respawn, but the upgrades don't. So you've still got that upgrade. You don't need to go back around there. Anytime you see water like this, it's got like some kind of steam coming off of it. That's the water you can freeze with your sneeze attack. I think it does serve it as an attack. Somehow, it's a sneeze. But we still, TNT still doesn't destroy these things, and yet a punch does. A punch from Crash does. These are some really strong crates. Right, camera is not exactly a friend here. So the clearest on where the best area to jump is. How unexciting. That's all it was, just an orb. Just some mojo.
When you freeze water blasts, you can use a heavy attack to break through them.
Or I could jump over it like I was about to just then. See, Aku, that is the one downside to explaining things as I'm going along.
Evil and lunacy on the wind. Engine must be up ahead somewhere.
But before we can get in there, he's very clearly up there.
I think there's somebody inside here, Crash.
Or we can just get in like that. I'm gonna head here. I think that's for a different enemy.
What are you doing here? Get out of my special place! I haven't cleaned or shaved! You weren't supposed to see it like this!
Engine? What are you even doing here?
When Dr. Cortex escaped, he left me here. But I have brains and desires and will not be ignored. I have been watching you and your delicious sister.
Delicious?
Precious? I meant precious! I'm gonna eat her. Watch bandicoots and collect information!
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And when Cortex is triumphant, I will be rewarded with glories and showers of presents, like 1,000,000 Kwanzas. And I, Engine, will be made king of Wampa Island. I'ma be like Serpentor.
Ugh, you're totally nuts. Punch him in the throat.
Not my throat! I need that for swallowing! Guards!
Well, that was uneventful, as suddenly we got our Titan back after its absence in that cutscene. Alright, let's just take out the guards, and I think we learned some interesting stuff about Engine there. Firstly, he actually calls himself Engine. He actually does abbreviate his first name. And he seems to have some strange interest in Coco. Anyway, this part's very simple. Just kill all the enemies and then go back in the house. It's honestly really pointless. But that's it. All we gotta do now is... There we go.
We gotta stop meeting like this, Engine.
Wait! Stop! Leave me alone! I am too pretty to be thrown punched! For I have been watching and studying you for a lonely year now, with only these idiot rats as company!
That's not very nice, boss.
Quiet, Tina! Or I shall give you the back of my missile!
I'm only gonna say this once, Engine. Get off our island!
I'm sorry. I'm not here to take your message right now. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep! I'm going. It was worth a shot.
Let's see what Crunch and Coco are up to. Probably still stuck in their idiotic headsets.
This is increditasticular. I'm getting up to the minute weather reports. It's hot.
And I'm attending a symposium on the effect of hungry hippos on children.
Are they supposed to be doing that?
Probably a feature. Don't worry about it.
I feel funny. Not ha-ha funny neither. Fold your laundry.
We've got to hurry back and help Coco and Crunch. Get moving, boy!
Alright, so something bad is definitely going down, and it's called Engine, because my god, I hate Engine so much in these games. I mean, I never cared for any of Cortex's minions in the other games either. I know, like, a lot of people complain that Wrath of Cortex had Crunch as the only villain instead of multiple enemies, but I prefer that. It makes him seem like an actual bad guy. Like he's an actual villain rather than just, oh yeah, I'm just this guy who's here to get in your way. Because it's not like the bad guys in Crash did very much. In the first two games they came out of nowhere, and in the third game, yeah, they talk to you a little bit, but they don't exactly do much after that. But Engine was certainly the one who had like the most screen time amongst all of them. I completely forgot to do this the first time round. But even I don't think that even Engine amounted to much.
To use this Crash, you'll need
But I hate that what they did to Engine's personality. Not InGen. That's Jurassic Park. We're done with Jurassic Park. But I hate that he's just so annoying. I don't mind Tiny, the Mike Tyson Tiny. I honestly don't mind him that much. But Engine, he gets on my nerves so much. And yes, we've seen this whole area before. Hope you enjoyed levels like, what was the first level in Crash 1? Insanity Beach, Digging It, Turtle Woods, all that. Cold Hard Crash, Future Frenzy, because this game is the worst when it comes to backtracking by a long shot. That was nothing. Just wait till you see what happens later on in this game.
Go to the back of the Dominator.
Let's head around the giant killer robot from the previous game. I sense a boss fight coming up. Since we gotta rescue Coco and Crunch just as soon as I can remember where the right way was. There you are. Oh no, I did destroy the pineapple. The game is ruined. This Let's Play is now over. Anywho, boss time!
Oh! Don't touch my gizmo! It's fantaculous!
Crunch, come back!
In order to do this boss fight, we need to punch these basketballs with the Ratcicle. Well, I don't know if you actually have to use the Ratcicle, but
you can hit back projectiles.
well, you must do, because you have to freeze the water in the middle. So I don't know how you get a Ratcicle back, because I just keep using this one.
Oh, watch what
Yeah,
you're
there we go.
doing,
I
jerkbag.
can punch him right back like that. Now, I thought that you kept having to hit the regular basketballs back at Coco. It's been so long since I did this boss fight, I couldn't remember what I was doing. So for a while, I am just going to be hitting the wrong basketballs. I was thinking I had to avoid the fiery ones. Oh yeah, you press the C button, you do get a block attack.
You are playing too rough.
But no, I then discovered, you know, this isn't going anywhere. Let's try hitting the fiery ones back at her. And yeah, it turns out
Oh, just block
it's not
me.
something I'm supposed to be avoiding, it's something I'm supposed to be hitting.
I'll just walk it off.
So it's going to take a little bit of time. I do wish that they gave Coco like a slight roughness to her voice or something like that. Something that makes her sound a little bit more feral, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm using the term right there, but yeah, just something to emphasize that she's now a mutant. But no, her voice sounds exactly the same. Same goes for Crunch. She still sounds like Mr. T.
I'm gonna cry.
Now, P the Fool turns into a
Out
mutant.
of the series at this rate.
Actually, Coco, the series would end for a while after this. And we got some mobile games, but that was it.
I'm
I
taking
think this game
over.
was getting a sequel. I can't remember what it was called.
Ouch.
But it looked... The little images I've seen of it might just be because it was really early development, but it looked weird. So hit the ball back. Coco catches fire. It doesn't really give you any time there because of the cutscene.
What is your malfunction?
So hit the fireballs back at her. Doesn't matter what position crashes in, the fireballs always go in the right direction.
Creature to freeze water.
And there we go. Weirdly, her health goes down that much the first time round, and it won't come nearly down as much the second time round. It is fixed. You have to do this 3 times. But I don't know why the health bar doesn't just go down by a third. What was the point of that? It's so stupid. Use up over half the health meter the first time round, then
Oh, that's smart, eh?
a little, like a third of it the second time round, and then there's this. 1 hit.
Totally unfair. Hello?
Coco, you're back to normal. The NV loaded you up with some sort of dark mojo. I could feel my brother's influence pervading you.
Oh, but it was so cool. Are you sure it was nefarious?
Oh, yeah. You practically grew horns.
Oh, fudge. Well, now I'm mad. The best gizmo in ages is evil.
Crunch is still under the NV's control. We need to find where he's going.
Relax, boys. I got a plan. I'll use the eye to hack into the villain's network. Just give me a sec. Think I've got something. There's a video posted in Cortex's blog.
Cortex has a blog?
Oh, yeah. All the cool kids do it now. Well, they did 2 years ago anyway.
Really? I never heard of that.
Yeah, big shock. Watch this.
There was a piece of lettuce in the urinal. Who eats a sandwich while going to the bathroom? Seriously. Anywho, minions, I stand before you reborn, renewed, recommitted to evil. Ah! And I've made up with an old colleague. Join me in welcoming Nitrous Brio.
Yes, it is I, Embryo. My name sounds like fetus. No doubt you all remember me as the creator of the Evolvo Ray.
That was him? I thought Cortex did that.
Of course it was me. I invented the Evolvo Ray and mutagenetic techniques still used by that treacherous Cortex today. I was in the first game! Lovely mutagen. So good. And I'm very happy to be back.
Yes, it's been forever since we've done some old school evil.
Oh, and I've got some old school evil in mind. Allow me to present the NV!
That looks totally awesome. I designed it and I want 4 of them.
Best of all, with it I can create the most powerful mutants ever! And one's totally under my control. Watch. Totally cool, n'est-ce Check this out.
Cortex, what is the meaning of this? Release me immediately.
I used to run this operation, and it's time I did again.
Yes, go for it, Dr. Cortex. Eye of the tiger. Hadouken! Paper covers rock, but paper can't stop rocks. It makes no sense!
I will destroy you for this, Cortex. Your life is forfeit.
Oh my. Talk about a two-dimensional bad guy.
Yes, I wrote that line earlier.
Look, it's nothing personal. I simply need a source of bad mojo to fuel the NV. And you're it. Embryo, I need you to keep the bandicoots busy. Use our secret plan.
Yes, so secret it's not been invented yet. But wait, Cortex. How will we get these devices onto mutant heads?
Oh, that's the easy part. We'll give it to them. My sides hurt.
Those envies could be sent all over the island by now. We need to find a way to take them out at the source.
How do we do that?
Well, I think I know someone we can ask. Ugh, I don't believe I'm gonna say this, but let's go talk to Nina.
Coco! I think that NV gave you brain damage.
Look, she'll be on the outs with Cortex after all her shenanigans. Face it, she's our only lead.
You know, compared to Engine, Coco is not nearly as annoying as she was in Crash of the Titan. She got on my nerves, and Nina's. Yeah. Dr. Nitrous Brio is back. And he actually talks now, compared to that really random encounter that we had with him in Twin Sanity. I don't know what the point of that was. He never said a single word in that game. In fact, he didn't even have any sound effects, because it was Twin Sanity. Alright, we've got to get information on Nina. But what lies on the other side of this cave? Well, stay tuned to find out.